As you're doing that, you see Jen is just nodding appreciatively, and she doesn't say a lot when you're talking about how you think Doppelganger was in the fight for another reason. She's just taking notes. If anyone would like to, I guess, roll to pierce the mask to vibe check her.
I will do that.
Try.
I was gonna say, I don't want to risk another roll.
Oh. Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to.
I got a 9. That is, just vibe check-in.
I got snake eyes.
Ah.
I'm not vibe checking anything, and I'm marking a potential.
Yeah, mark a potential. What condition do you get? I think you're insecure again.
I'm insecure again.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was a resounding success of a fight, and now my friends think he was holding back? What? Like, was I doing that poorly? It felt like a hard fight to me?
We're gonna have to do some comforting later.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Before you ask the one question that you get, I will tell you, she doesn't feel quite as surprised. Like, there is some surprise there. There's just something about her reactions. Like, it doesn't feel like she's just someone who kind of, like, keeps the emotions calm. Something about the way she's reacting feels like she's not as surprised as she should be, given how surprised you were by this.
So I guess I could ask, how could I get this character to share a little bit about what's going on in her head?
It can't hurt to ask. She may not have all the answers, but she's doing this debrief, and you've given her quite a bit of interesting information, and you are now involved in this potentially... It's a weird situation, no matter how you slice it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really look like you're super shocked at some of this stuff. Why? I'm just so blunt.
I think she blushes a little bit, like just the tiniest bit of embarrassment. And she says, "Oh, I was working at the tower last time. Doppelganger was active and learned a little bit about them from some people who worked with them. I don't know the whole story, of course. It's just Molly was good friends with his handler, and we kind of learned a little bit that way. Not sure what exactly this doppelganger's up to, but he was working with some of the best people I ever knew, so..."
Alrighty.
Not too worried, just a little worried.
Just a little.
There's some not great stuff going on around that time.
No kidding.
Another thing that you catch, just because also you are better at reading people, just both in your stats and in your dice rolls.
My damn dice rolls just don't want to roll poorly. I need to swap up my dice again. I'm using my pretty metal dice.
Yeah. That reminds me. We can talk later about another way for you to get potential so you don't get screwed over by your dice.
Your dice rolling too good. Your stats are so
Dice
low.
like me too much.
You're not
Why?
leveling up.
Well, here's the thing: if your stats are low but you're still rolling high, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I know, but I don't get like the extra advancements and stuff.
You don't get the fun stuff.
You're simply too good.
I swap up my dice every week. Like, I use new dice. I have never used these dice in this game before.
And eventually when your family starts showing up, dice will say, "Nope."
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Something you catch is when she said, like, it was a pretty bad time. There was something that happened around that time that's, like, kind of around the people Doppelganger was working with, maybe, that hit very close to home for her. And she's mentioned Molly, and you've already figured out that she's Molly Mallett's sister.
What is Molly Mallet's status right now, like, in the world? Is she missing? Is, like, she out there doing hero stuff? Like, what is she up to?
She's out there doing hero stuff, and she's also got connections with Aegis. It's been a minute, but for your entrance exam, she was the one who explained the situation.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so she hasn't, like, gone missing since then. I haven't missed important pivotal details.
Yeah, she's not gone missing. Also, you didn't read the something personal, but Madigan, you could possibly put 2 and 2 together that something might have happened involving her sister.
So, Madigan is a huge Major Molly Mallet fan. Does she know? Do I know anything, like, awful that happened to her in the past? Because, like, she was the one hero that I really looked up to. Because, like, when I met her to do training, like, I was vibrating. I was so excited.
The person who's training you is Captain Formidable, but you have met Molly.
Oh, that's
Mallet.
right. Oh my god. Brain. But yeah, no. Like, Major Molly Mallet, huge fan. Oh yeah, Captain Formidable is also a huge fan.
Yeah.
Because, like, both super strong. Like, these are heroes that I look up to and idolize and try and mold a little bit from what I know of them. Not everything, but a little bit. Would there be anything that I would have known, or at least, like, in passing, or had, like, a little bit of something that maybe passed through tabloids or something? Because, like, they won't share everything with the public, but stuff sneaks out. And if I know about anything awful that happened, I would figure that out. Like, I would have heard about it.
Also, you're kind of sort of a hacker. You may not do it a lot, but you're definitely just a little bit. Roll plus superior.
Dice, I love you, but I hate you. I got a 10.
So, as you're thinking about it, you remember something that you found out. You were just probably, like, digging around somewhere, testing your skills to get into and out of things, because you like tech and sometimes you get bored and then you just try and cause low-level chaos so you don't cause large-level chaos, because that gets you in trouble.
Exactly.
But you did find something about, and you've put together some pieces around then. It was after the superhero oversight vote, but, like, a little bit before the Hero Institute was created. There was this night, no one really knew what happened, but, like, leading up to it, there was, like, a collection of, like, lower level heroes who were not affiliated with the Tower, which was the precursor to Aegis and the Hero Institute, who had just dropped off the radar, but then they came back, and it was almost like kind of like a psychosis that spread among the heroes, and it was really scary. It's like they were being controlled externally to do something, and it's believed that whoever was doing it was trying to, like, gain sympathy for the people who wanted the stricter control. So they were trying to take over and influence heroes to, like, attack their own buildings. So then they would be the victims and be able to say, no, see, look what they did. You give them freedom, this is what they do. And you realize Molly was impacted by that and almost got in a really bad situation. Thankfully, there was no serious harm done. There were some injuries. It got kind of messy, but there's a group that was able to stop it before it, like, broke bad, because it could have broken bad.
Ooh.
And I will say another thing that you get considering, since you're, like, thinking about this, putting it together, because you've heard mention that, like, Doppelganger was connected to some of the best people she ever knew, and so on and so forth. You remember there's a rumor of, like, the people who stopped it was a group known only as the Fabled Five.
Ooh. That is a new name. I have not added that to my name pile but yet. See, we don't want you to stop rolling good because then you learn like important names of people that we
So
should
I
know
don't get
about.
the fun advancements.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out, don't worry.
I'm swapping dice as we speak.
You have my opposite problem. I will trade you any
The
day.
resin.
But yeah, so you remember and have those things sort of click together in your head. I don't know if you say anything out loud about this or not.
I'm not gonna go into too much detail. I'm just gonna be like, did that have something to do with that control thing back in the day? Marcus might know about it. Not sure if Glider would know about it.
Both of you are welcome to roll superior if either of you know about it, as Scarlet Sentinel mentions it.
It's like I'm not. It's not that long ago. Like I'm 21. I was probably alive when this happened, but no.
I rolled.
You know what? That's
That's
6.
a 3.
So no.
So marking another potential. Wow, leveling up is
Boy,
great.
boy, what a
I
potential!
love leveling up.
That's so exciting. Yeah, I love getting points for my failure.
Neither of them have heard of that. In Madigan, this is the moment when you realize this actually happened, like... Actually, it might have been, like, around when you were born, because, like, you're a couple of years older, so...
I might have been like a toddler age, but it is something that happened within my lifetime, but not quite theirs.
Yeah. And you found it, like, in some obscure corner of... You do not currently remember exactly where, but you can probably find it. But yeah, Jenna just... Her eyes, like, snap up to you as you say that, and she just gives, like, a single nod, but just doesn't say anything.
I just like nod back and I'm just like, I don't need to say anything else. It just clicks a little bit more in my brain.
Glider, Kid Phoenix, you have no idea what she's talking about. Glider, you're probably thinking she's talking about what happened at the Comic-Con.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No.
Which, technically, Molly Mallet was part of that. She was
Technically,
impacted by that. Yeah,
She
so
was.
in your mind, that's what
Mhm.
she's talking about. So now you're probably wondering, wait, how is Doppelganger connected to what happened at the Comic-Con?
Dear listeners, find out more by watching the Graveyard Tape or listening to the Graveyard Tapes.
Dear listeners, those episodes will come out eventually.
Yeah, because this is how Glider and I met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in my head, I'm just so full of adrenaline, and I'm starting to slightly crash, and I just think this is a straightforward discussion, and then you say, oh, it's tied to, that time. And so in my head, I'm doing, like, the math meme, and I'm like, just to myself, I'm like, what did Doppelganger have to do with the convention? Maybe they were there in disguise? But I don't really take the thought further.
Yeah, the thought just kind of meanders off because brain is sleepy and you're starting to realize, ow. Ow.
Sorry.
Oh, my knee kind of hurts. Ugh. But yeah, we can give you the play-by-play of the fight, but I'm pretty sure it was filmed by everybody in the park. You probably got about 360 view of it.
The setup was a little convoluted, but we ended up, in our attempts to figure out what was happening with Prankster, we ended up catching us a doppelganger.
Yeah, I think that's all we need for now. I can tell the adrenaline is starting to wear off. So, as I mentioned to Scarlet Sentinel, there will be some people who will do some basic medical checks, just, make sure no head injury or anything like that. Phoenix, you know who to call in the case of if there's any medical problems that pop up later. Actually, she points to, she has a wristband that's kind of like yours, but it's a little fancier. You have access to emergency medical personnel through this, so if anything happens, it shouldn't. I just have to give the disclaimer because you never know. Do you all, need a ride or anything? Or where are you going?
I look towards Marcus.
I've got my bike.
I was gonna fling myself, but that doesn't feel super safe given how much power I just used, so...
Gladder can sit in the sidecar if you want to ride on back.
Yeah.
Sure.
Pizza.
I'm sitting there
so good,
texting
yeah.
the guy who works at the bar. Make these pizzas, please, and we'll pick up.
You just get a thumbs up back.
I have a very good relationship with those people.
Yeah. They're good friends. They never have to worry about tech support.
I get all the free pizza I need for fixing all of their POS stuff.
I think before we get to the motorcycle and we're still in the park, and I kind of look back and I see my, marks in the ground from where I was running and just kind of our damage we did to the park. And I'm like, oh, gang, come here, real quick. This was our first, real big fight together as, an actual team. We need a picture.
Yeah. No, I'd like that.
Madigan's like,
Scarlett, come
big
on.
on picture.
Oh, come on, please, just one. Just for us.
You can, face away from the camera stoically, so it creates,
Yeah,
a
looking
tableau.
away.
You've got your mask on.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. She still doesn't like pictures.
That's fair, Bella. Also, as you're saying this tiny little drone flies over and it just holds out these little hands it's do you want me to take the picture?
Thanks, mysterious drone.
Is that Jumpers?
I hope it's Jumper. Whose is this? And I poke the camera.
It goes it's trying to poke you back,
Yeah.
but it's not effective.
Poking your forehead.
I don't want to give my phone to a strange drone we met on the
I
park.
mean, if it's covered in stickers, it's Jumper. If it's rude to us,
True.
it's Prankster.
It was a little rude to us, but that's just because I poked it first. I don't know if that really counts.
Would you like to roll
Oh,
to
yeah.
pierce the mask on the drone?
Sure. Oh my gosh,
I got a
an
9.
8. Joyous day. A success. What are you planning, drone?
Yeah.
This drone it just wants to help you take a picture.
Dang it, I used my question on that. I should have asked whose drone it was.
I'll ask, whose drone is this?
You aren't 100% sure who owns it, but you do see signs that it's someone connected to the Institute.
Okay. Oh.
And there's probably a couple of others, and you know that seeing little drones with certain designs flying around after the fight site, it's not too out of the ordinary. You just
Yeah.
were not expecting this tiny little drone with these little bitty stick arms.
Oh, it's
Ask to take a
Offer
it's
to take
like
a selfie for you.
yeah, it's like the Institute's
Yeah.
a yearbook club or whatever. They have to take photos of all our cool stuff.
Yeah, so, Madigan, what's your question?
I didn't roll.
Madigan doesn't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did, never mind.
Nope. I can if you want, but we know exactly what we need to.
I hand the drone my phone.
You set it on the arms, and then the arms will pop up to hold it steady, and then it buzzes back. And then this other little arm pops up with these it's a tiny little hand, and it gives a thumbs up. Are you ready?
All right. I do a cool action pose.
2 epic hero poses. Scarlet Sentinel, are you hero posing?
Madigan just kind of sighs and droops her head. I don't expect this next time.
It's only the one.
This is the whole ready to punch something pose.
The drone takes a couple of shots, and then the little arm with the thumbs up comes back, and it flies up to hand you your phone, give you the phone back.
All right. I take my little phone back and I start walking over towards the bike.
I will say, as you're walking away, Madigan, you do notice that the drone, that little hand pops out, it's asking for a little fist bump, but it's so
Oh.
tiny.
I'm a tech freak. I gave a little fist bump and do the.
Yeah, it does the little explosion, and then the little arms wiggle happily, and then it buzzes away.
Yeah.
Man, what a delightful little drone.
I'm pretty sure like not a lot of people do that, but I like tacky stuff, so I'm like, boof.
Just the tiniest little fist bump. You have been listening to Queen City Series, a graveyard tape-style story using the game Masks. Masks: A New Generation is a superhero role-playing game in which a team of young heroes fights villains, saves lives, and tries to figure out who they are. Featuring Caitlin as Madigan, aka Scarlet Sentinel, the Janus. Jess as Bethany Bertolucci, aka Glider, the Beacon. Ian as Marcus, aka Kid Phoenix, the Doomed. And Brianna Jean as the Keeper and Producer.